Welcome to the online course on the entrepreneurial mindset. We'll be talking about a local Pakistani case study of a grandmother, a very amazing woman, and she started her business with the least amount of resources, and we will see how it happened. So, the name of the company is YG Engineering, and before we go into details, let's look at the previous history of the entrepreneur. As we are aware that the bird in hand needs time to develop. It needs time to evolve, develop, polish, and to be honed. So the story starts even before her marriage. So she got married in 1982. Before her marriage, she was doing small household activities. She was engaged in a beauty parlor activities at her home and offering beauty parlor services as she got married to a marine engineer who was supposed to be in the ocean like 70% of his time. She was not clear what to do, how to spend her time. So she, along with her friend Shagufta, she opened a boutique and she used to spend her time in a creative way in selling unique, you see, cloths and these products. So she remembers a day her interest and passion kept on moving and she went into paper-based flowers and special decorative products. One day, as she was presenting her products in an exhibition, and during lunchtime, she went to the other floor to have a pizza. And as she was having pizza, she found that the whole pizza, that facility was deserted, and there were very few people, and the decor was not very average. Decoration was there. As she ate the pizza, she mustered up courage and went to the manager and said, "Hey, gentlemen, why don't you decorate your restaurant?" He said, "How? What do you mean?" He said, "Why don't you come over and see our products and engage and decorate your place with these flowers?" He came down and he says, "Wow!" And this is the way she got the first order, and she decorated that whole place. She got multiple orders from the same city, and eventually she was asked to go to Lahore, but she couldn't because she was a mother and had a lot of responsibility. So this opportunity led her and polished her entrepreneurial skills. And they had an investment, a family investment in a pharmaceutical area, and that investment didn't work out, and it turned out to be a loss for them. And out of that lessons, they were a bit disappointed. But however, the son-in-law gave them other ideas, but they needed a lot of money. It was against her values to get money on her interest, so she had to defer that. And eventually, another idea was given by her son-in-law to produce baby water on the similar to the Australian baby water product. She wanted to understand chemistry, and to understand water chemistry, she took out her kids' book, class 8, 9, 10 books, and started learning and doing some basic experiments in her. And she got some equipment in her kitchen that became her, and they were able to make some water for infants. But the next step was to get standardization, get approvals. So she went through the approval process, and she came to know that the product, the methodology which she was adopting was not licensed, and the process which she has to get it licensed would take another 3 4 years. And so that made her disappointed. She said that was a very sad time for her, so she kept on begging and praying to God, "Oh God, please do something for me." And then eventually the lemonade principle comes in. On the advice of her husband, they decide that why don't we start making normal mineral water, which doesn't have that strict, you see, standards. So based on her kitchen, her equipment, her experiment, her knowledge of chemistry, they were able to come up with water, and they named that Biharis. She belonged to Bihari community. Bihar is a province in India, and from that they had a big community in Karachi, and that became her word of mouth, her marketing, and the community liked that. Her brother, who was feeling some kidney problem, liked that. So the word of mouth, you see, spread, and she got some plastic bottles. The water was spread in the vicinity, neighborhood, in some other places, and eventually she got some plastic bottles. She got a truck, and she said that she had to learn driving and all those things so that she could not be blackmailed by anybody. And the production went up, and eventually the name became popular. This is a picture of her kitchen at those days, that in a small place, with the help of her husband, a mechanical engineer, she was able to make a local indigenous manufacturing facility. Another view, in her office, and these are disposable waters, an online delivery option. You can go and fill the form. The team will drop out, and these are awareness campaigns were carried on water on Facebook, and the word spread. She got standard quality control approvals, and the water was equally good to the major costly brands, and but the pricing was, she got yellowplace.com orders, and she got some marketing um, tools on Facebook. And Yasmin was attended this course on women entrepreneurship at IBA. She went through the effectuation process, and that really transformed her. It gave her courage and confidence and the ability to understand and reflect on her bird in hand. Before that, she was always shaky. She was not that confident because the people used to say, "You don't have a strategy, you don't have a marketing plan, you need to raise money," and that kept her in always in a in a confusion state of confusion, because she was she never knew how to make a strategy. But once she attended the course, she said that I became confident. I could even face my son, who's an IB graduate, and I could tell him, "Gentlemen, hey, I'm not a causal, I'm an effectual entrepreneur. I can create my own world." So she has just celebrated 10 years of her company's life, and the product is equally good to the costly brand, and she's selling this at a fraction of the price. Her product is available to the poor people of Karachi, to the common people. Social entrepreneurship, and you need the power of entrepreneurship. The husband joined her after retirement. Both of them had a thousands of gallons facility. They are consultants. They're helping people set up this facility. She's selling this quality water at a very less price, and helping people live a healthy and a grateful life. And she has many. She is considered to be a grandmother of her company. So she takes care of her employees, drivers, and the loaders. The kids were very angry in the initial days. "Why do you take care of them too much?" She said, "I'm the grandmother. They work for me and I have to take care." So entrepreneurs do not hire people. Entrepreneurs adopt people. So this is a very interesting lesson. We'll be discussing it in detail. So this case talks about the effectuation theory and its application in a Pakistani context. So I would say that Yasmin is the Roxanne of Pakistan. A small story, her kitchen, and led into a big business which could hire her own husband, her family, a lot of people, and create social and social, you see, support, and glaring example of social entrepreneurship.